Hi, fancy meeting you here in this little old place. I'm Tish, and this is Echo Echo. Hello, yes, different hair. How we going? In my hand, paint probably, paint pen. What's up? What's happening? What is going on? Ooh, I meant to pick up a puppy to start this. Hang on, they're close by. Got to make sure I don't roll on them because they're starting to go walkabout at the moment. Ooh, that's Bubbles, Mister. Hello. And then, can we see? Oh, it's Buttercup. Okay. So Blossom has a little white dash on her chest. Hello, look at these babies. Yeah. So hello, Buttercup. Buttercup, Buttercup. Meow, meow, Buttercup. And then Mr. Bubbles. Hello. Oh, he's a lovely boy. A lovely boy. So that's them. That's the two. Boop, 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 boop. Do you like MLMs? No. No. Puppies against MLMs. This is them. I'll get you Blossom. Now, Miss Blossom is a little bit of a runner. Should we call her Shikari because she's a runner? She's very confused. All right, there we go. So how are we going, everybody? Guess what we're doing today? Courtney's been running her mouth on socials, and she's really spilling some personal stuff. And so I've got her latest live to watch. It's an hour and a quarter. And yeah, so it's going to be a long one. And the other thing that I saw recently was a little bit of Aaron's live from the other day with Loka. He's the guy who's like, who had a hoverboard, even though he's 50. Oh, well, maybe, I don't know how old he is, but he looks older than me. And I'm 46. Yeah, I don't think I would have a hoverboard. Yes, I have bright colored hair, but he's the guy. I was just like flabbergasted because he was. Let me tell you about her last days. What? No, not your story to tell. I know that they were friends, but yeah, like, don't tell that story. Keep it for yourself. Like, what are because he was talking on the accelerator call. Hmm, you gonna say anything? Yeah, I agree. Mm. And the accelerator call, which was part of Jessie Lee Ward's coaching business, where Jessie Lee was the coach, right? Um, she can't coach anymore. Yeah? Is that does that make sense? That she can't coach anymore? So why are her coaching calls continuing? Who's doing them? Who's profiting? Who's getting the money from it? Is it Arby who's suddenly got a public account? And why wasn't Arby public before? Why go public after Jessie? There's so many questions. I've got so many questions. Uh, and do you have the dogs or not? It's a simple yes or no. If you do have the dogs, you know, they would probably still be on social media. And if you don't have the dogs, then why wouldn't you tell people that you don't want the appearances? You know, everybody thought you would get the dogs, but you didn't. So maybe it's something that you don't like how that seems or looks, so you're not going to say anything. Yeah, and it's just ridiculous. Give those people their money back. And I even said when I was reacting to at the boot camp, the recruitment boot camp, oh, those poor recruitment boot camp people, they paid 20 grand, some of them. Well, who knows how many people actually signed up because, Jessie Lee's not fond of the truth. Yeah, and they spent 20 grand on a coaching course for a year with somebody who passed away a month later. And I brought it up, maybe insensitively, saying like, I'd be very suspicious of, signing up. She can't promise them that time, the year that she did promise them. So, yeah, it's what the hell's happening anyway. So Courtney's been mouthy, but she's apparently not invited to the funeral. I'm surprised that they haven't had it yet, to be honest. Now the hair is a work in progress. We have, so it's called Siren Song, Manic Panic, and it's I'm gonna go on the roots. All right. Anyway, let's watch this thing with Courtney. We're in it together, people. I don't know what sort of artistic things. Now I am starting whoop, whoop, the true crime channel. So I've got my little folder. Got my little folder. It's called True, because it's an Australian doing true crime. True. Oh god, I'm gonna be on one of those YouTube exposés where they're like, commentator is too insensitive to do true crime. I like how Stephanie Harlow does it. She's like, her favorite thing is allegedly, in my opinion, don't come for me. That's my favorite. And she does tell it like it is. Like she's got her own opinion. Don't come for her. Anyway, it's gonna be Pam Hupp. We're going. I got, but I want to do it the way that I do videos, in having a reaction to a video. So I'm probably gonna have a reaction to some of her interrogation, and then, but also tell the story of what happened. So, if you are going to be here for my little ride through having a true crime series, then welcome. I think, and someone said before, like, true crime's kind of adjacent to MLMs because, I mean, we're calling out fraud and, fraudulent practices and cult sort of stuff. All right, let's go.
So Jessie Lee would always say that your reputation is what people say about you, but your character is, I feel like there's another word for that, is
What? If she's like, why are you struggling to remember that?
is how you fall asleep, is who you are when your head hits the pillow.
Oh, and maybe like who you are behind closed doors. That's what your character is. How interesting, because Jessie Lee has said often that Boss Lee was a character and Jessie Lee was the person. So interesting. And I'm sorry, her sound is woeful. I don't know what the hell's going on.
As long as you stay true to who you are, that when your head hits the pillow, then you don't have to worry about how others perceive you. And that is what carries me through. That's what holds my head high. That's what keeps me strong. That's what keeps me going. And that's exactly the person that I am continuing to focus on, or the exact, I think they're going for a walk. It's late. That's exactly what I'm focused on, is what is my character? Who am I when my head hits the pillow? Yeah, Ashley, I think that was a delayed response. Of course, she shared everything, and it will all be shared in due time. However, there are people that, I don't want to say it. For those of you that don't know how this works, for those of you that have never been in a situation like this, I'm so grateful that you've never been in a situation like this. I am so grateful that you don't have to even have an inkling of an idea of what I'm talking about. That you don't.
Okay, hero. Like, what do you mean? And it's the martyrdom of it all. Oh, I am going. This is her way of saying, I'm going through so much right now. You can't even handle how much I'm going through right now. And you know what? She probably is going through a lot. But where is this coming from? And what's she saying? It's really hard to hear. I apologize.
about what you say on the internet or how you say it, that you don't have to be concerned about the words that actually come out of your mouth. Like, and I'm not even, guys, like, I'm not even scared. Like, I don't have any fear. I don't have anything I don't have any reason that, like, I'm not, by talking to you, by sharing with you, I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not. I can speak my truth. I can share with you the last moments that I had with her. I can share with you the entire week. I can, and I will. It's just not where I'm at right now. Because there are so many other moving parts that are happening, so many other movements, and I'm just choosing my moves wisely. I'm just choosing.
Oh, you already did talk about your last moments with her. You already have. You already have been live like nearly every day. What are you talking about? You always have been like this. You always just say whatever's on your mind and you're okay with it. This is just par for course Courtney, you know?
Wisely. That's all. I myself appreciate and value
What
your
the fuck
respect
is
for her
happening?
and her soul. You're one of a kind, a true friend that we should all wish we had. Oh, that's really, really sweet. Thank you. I don't really know, death kind of does things.
I'm gonna need some fucking headphones. Jeez.
I myself appreciate and value your respect for her and her soul. You're one of a kind, a true friend that we should all wish we had. Oh, that's really, really sweet. Thank you.
Okay, so she said, you're one of a kind. I like how you talk about her. Alright, I'm going to go and test this, see if the sound works when I hear it through my earbuds. Alright. Alright, it's working.
Death kind of does weird things to people, Jessica. It doesn't make any sense. I know that for me, with the people that I love the most, if I could see an outpouring of love and support and just knowing how much their legacy impacted others, like that would just fill my heart and my soul up like it already does. The amount of you that I have not been able to message back from 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, last week, there are so many messages still in my inbox, and I'm really, really grateful for it. And I promise you that I will get to them. I promise. And I'm so.
You don't have to. Like, that's the point. You don't have to get back to them. Like, why? Like, just delete and go on. They're all going to say the same thing. Is it because you're in a multi-level marketing company and you know that on the end of each one of those condolences is a possible customer or recruit? Also, that's a stab at her family. Oh, I would just be happy if I knew that they had a legacy. And, oh, she said something which was like, oh, what was it?
Like that would just fill my heart and my soul up like it already does. The amount of you that I have not been able to message back.
Yeah, like it already does. Like, so you don't need, like, what do you want then if you already have what you've got? Like, what's your complaints against the family?
Of the impact and the legacy that she's had, because most people that she impacted aren't feeling called or connected enough to me to message me or reach out to me. Or possibly like Avi Rob is getting messages too that some of you guys have, or other people, I shouldn't even say some of you, and then other people that haven't even messaged me are reaching out to him because you feel called to reach out to him, or maybe you're feeling called to reach out to somebody else or some of the other leaders,
Why would random strangers reach out to Avi Ram? That's weird. If people are reaching out to him, that's weird. She didn't even show him on her social media for a long time. Even in the end, he was just a, background character. Weird.
One of the things that Jessie Lee did the best is that every single person, every single one of you that are on here that feel connected to her, you all each had your own special relationship with her. Thank you, Whitney. Whitney's saying, you're the next closest thing to JL, to me anyway. And I have seen and read that from many different messages in my inbox.
Ooh. How interesting. Look, I think Jessie Lee was an awful person. She scammed people. She was manipulative, nasty. She was just awful. But she was also charismatic. I could see why people were drawn to her. It just, I didn't like it from my point of view. Courtney can't hold a candle to that. No, like, no, you are not. Imitating the way she speaks is not the same. I am 100% sure that she said that because she's like, I'm the next one. It's me. Oh, she's not very self-aware. Get better role models.
And it fills my heart up to know that I know how rare our connection really was. I know that. Because I searched for a long time. So did she before we found each other.
You worshipped her and she had narcissistic tendencies. That's it. That's not a rare relationship. And you developed a parasocial relationship with her by watching her on social media and then eventually getting your way into her inner circle. That's what you did. You cultivated this relationship with her because of your own, obsession with her. And that means she was put on a pedestal and she could do whatever she liked with you. And she did. She treated you pretty much like a court jester. She would, use a funny voice for you. She'd jump around. Whenever she was doing a Courtney impression, it was very childish. It was not with respect. So yeah, that is pretty rare that somebody would stay friends with somebody else when they were just giving them shit the whole time,
And I also know that there are so many people in the world that will never experience a friendship like that. And so for the messages in my inbox to be anchoring that in over and over and over again, it just means so much. Because it wasn't just a feeling that her and I had, it was witnessed by thousands upon thousands of other people. Which for me, just selfishly, it just makes it feel that much more, I don't know, visible.
I do know. You just said it. That relationship didn't mean anything unless it was in public because you just said it. It's like that was advantageous to me, selfishly. I wanted people to see that we were friends. And it means a lot to me that you do see us as friends because that's what, that was an important relationship to me to make me look like I am important. That's how I'm interpreting it.
Stronger. I don't even know the right word. Thank you. I am being respectful. And it's also really fucking weird. Like, can you guys just empathize with the fact that I did not ever air out my best friend's information? She did. She did. It's hers. It's hers to share. And so now, even in some conversations, I'm like, this is really fucking weird because I would have never been telling you this in this situation right now. I would have never been telling you this.
Okay, that's a great point. Why are you then? Why are you telling us then? What the hell?
Because my lips locked, sealed. Nobody was getting up in this fortress. Jessie Lee was very good at running tests on people. I never failed. Ever. Okay? Ever. So you want to find a best friend? Like Jessie Lee and I were to each other? Then how about you make sure that you surround yourself with a person and be the person that you would want to experience as a best friend, and that involves you not saying shit about their business. Just fired up.
Who's been saying shit about the business? That's interesting. Also, no, just get your best friend where one person has more power than the other and the other one just has to go along with whatever that more powerful one has. And she just said Jessie Lee used to run tests. Is that what it was? That's not normal to test your friends, to test them to see if they will tell your secrets. That's pretty weird because you don't trust people. That's not normal in a friendship, okay?
I don't know why I like Facebook better. I get that though. I do. I really love Instagram, so I feel you. But also, it's like the way the comments will go over faces and stuff. Like, no, Sophie, no. no one. Lisa Grossman has always been our upline, and then we also have corporate, and ever since diagnosis and surgery, Jessie Lee stepped way back. Like we've already had a like strength and unity, and we've been trying to strengthen that over and over and over again by all of us working together. So that still stays the same.
Because that's how multi-level marketing companies work. So, in other words, her downline did kick up to Lisa. Interesting. Man, Lisa must have got so much money off them over the years. Yeah, I mean, she probably could have been more stepped back. Maybe she stepped back from Prove It, but she didn't. She didn't. She was named their VP of marketing or team development or whatever it was, and then she was doing coaching like every day. She did not step back. That's a lie.
No one can sue me. Like I'm not doing anything wrong. There's nothing illegal that I'm doing. I'm just
Oh, I was going to say before Chrissy said this. Just because it's illegal doesn't make it right. Immoral. Things can be immoral and you keep doing them. And she might have done some things which were illegal.
Honestly, it's just weird. It's just weird to talk about things. It's also weird to the family is very private too. Like the family is very, very private. So that's another huge part of it. It's not. Yeah. That's what makes me want to be better to keep connecting to her. Honoring how she wanted. That's all that matters. Thank you. Thank you for continuing to say that. Oh, Sam, thank you. I don't know. I'm like, I got jumbled back here. I actually started this off being really, really excited about what's coming with our company and that we have an event this weekend. And
was this the second half? Because it felt like it felt like it was in the middle, like she in the middle of her talking. Hang on, let me have a look at the Facebook page. Okay, so I did miss the beginning, but that's okay.
Inviting you guys to it. Oh, and inviting you to Epic because big changes will be happening, and I have a really big goal to have a lot of frontline people there. Just personal invites. Oh, I was your family. Thank you, Tammy. It means a lot. I know it is hard, and it's like even hard for me to even say what I said in my story. In my story, I told you guys that I was not invited. That's like it's pointless to even say that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't need to be said. I just know how people are going to watch me and not be there, and I've seen on the internet how people are expecting me to either go or not go, just so they can judge it.
I have judgment around why wouldn't they want you to be there? What is the go? That's what my judgment's about, because they obviously would have been around you in that last week and knowing the relationship that you had, knowing how you had been one of the people there for Jessie Lee in this time. What has happened where they are saying, don't come to the funeral? Okay, that's what she's referring to. Sorry, just in case you're not sure what she's talking about. Don't come to the funeral, please. So what would have happened at the hospital to make them say that? That's where my judgment comes from, because I'm going to go with the family saying that they have seen something, heard something, sensed something that they didn't like from you that occurred between all the people, and they've said, don't come. All right. Yeah, people would have expected you to go, but it's interesting that you're not invited.
So I just want to be the first to say it.
And being the first to say it, knowing that the family is very private, she didn't have to address this. Not at all. The family are not going to talk about it. Absolutely not. So why are you saying it? Information control, you know?
No, she wouldn't want to like this. Loka is her best friend. I asked him and he goes, he's like, I always wanted so we've had him on our legacy calls. Loka's a really good friend of ours and lived in her building and is really helping. He's just a joy master and is really helping people navigate their grief a lot too. So.
Oh yeah, what's his qualifications to do that? Is he a therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist? No? And she just said Loka was her best friend? I thought you were her best friend. What's happening now?
Dude, Lincoln's screaming crazy out there. I know the truth and I'm a good person. Thank you.
Did you just say your son was screaming out there? Was that more important than this call that you're rambling and whispering and hunched over? Like,
You've been in similar situations and you always said, I know my truth. So long as that is what I speak, I can't go wrong. Facts. You chose who you told your story to and who you didn't. I love that. I've definitely shared a lot with people close to me, like a lot. I've shared a lot of moments. I've shared my last moments. I've shared a lot of it. Oh, Lindsay. I was like, I know, there's just a lot going on right here. Y'all are answering each other. Okay, let me scroll down some more. Jessie Lee gave me you. I found her, watched her, and she gave me you. Someone I related to on a whole other level, and I love you. I love you. Easy, that's so sweet. People really paid attention to Jessie Lee, and you were a part of her, and that's how I know about you as well. It just really shows a lot how amazing she was and how amazing you are too. Thank you. People will hate. Oh, you quoted this, so I thought we were talking about people hate people for no reason. People will hate you because of the way someone else loves you. Like she said, oh, yes. Oh, man. Like she said before, you are so loved. She really did say that a lot. She also really didn't like it when people didn't see me for who I really was. It really bothered her. She was so excited that we went to Europe together. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys are going. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you guys are doing different excursions. Oh my gosh, I'm just so happy because like we went off and did some other things, Joshua and I. I'm so glad you guys are here together. We all had there was 5 of us the boys, and Jessie Lee, and we had literally one of the best nights of our lives. Every single one of us said the same thing. And the only person that was missing was Avro.
that's weird. We all said it was the best night of our lives. Okay. I think you can only speak for yourself there, Court. And also, did Jessie Lee hate it when people didn't see your worth? Imagine. Why didn't she ever say that? Yeah? No, because I didn't see her doing that or saying that. In fact, I saw her actively making fun of you. I saw Sasha and Mateo actively making fun of you. They joined a live where they were shirtless and they were pretending to be gay because that's hilarious, and they were just being very rude to you. So I don't think that you can see the truth of that, which is sad and part of the manipulation. And, like anyone who is now using Courtney as a Jessie Lee substitute, I mean, they're night and day. They're not the same. Even this live here, Jessie Lee would never have done a live like this,
And she told Joshua, she's like, oh, I'm so grateful that they see it. They see what we see. Because the Europeans are just different. They just love with their whole hearts. And they just have the biggest hearts. And
what? I don't think that's a thing. Europeans have bigger hearts? How? And I just got done telling you about how freaking Mateo and Sasha were talking about, were on your live treating you like shit. And Sasha was really, really fat phobic when they were talking about the Colombia trip and saying how JJ and Erin wouldn't make it on the hike, and then was really, really shitty to the person with diabetes. Like, are you fucking kidding me? He's German. She laughed. No, incorrect.
And she told Joshua, oh, they see what we see.
Okay, so this is where you turn the computer off because
She absolutely shared what she wanted to and didn't share what she didn't, for sure, period. You always felt more connected with me. That's why you reached out to me, because you felt the connection. Oh, Amanda, that's so sweet. That was like the thing that she always pointed out. It was like,
the thing she's crying about is like how people, they see Courtney the way we see her as being amazing. So really this goes back to her thinking they think I'm amazing. And oh damn it, there was one more thing. Oh, sharing stuff. Yeah, Jessie Lee. She sure did share and not share. For example, she live streamed her coffee enemas, which did not work.
don't be intimidated by sharing other people on your social media, because
Jessie Lee didn't share Abhiram for months and months and months. Why is that? Because he was going through a separation that was sus?
you can't say the right thing to the wrong, or you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And so for those of you that are sharing that you found me through Jessie Lee and you just resonated with me even more, it's like when people are around Jessie Lee a lot, not only do we have these embodiments from her to be able to carry on her legacy, just the things that like Jessie Lee-isms, or just the way that my huge heart, the way that I love people,
Like, what do you mean? No, not what do you mean, but Jessie Lee-isms? No, that's not a thing. Okay? You're just copying her. That's it. It's copying.
learn that way. And there's so many other things. We're different people. All of us are different people.
I have watched a lot of Courtney lives. I've never seen her put her leg up like that, but you know who I have seen put her leg up like that? Jessie Lee. She's trying to embody her, right? We embody her. We embodiments. She gives us embodiments. No. Very suspicious.
And to connect with different people. And all of us together are stronger, because together with our different personalities, we can reach way more people. Way more people.
To do what? Sell ketones?
I don't really think it is that clear what's going on, to be totally honest. I'm being so vague about a lot of things. My Facebook handle, if you click on my profile, you can go to my Facebook link, but it's Courtney Alexandra Shepherd, and it's the same photo on both, so you know that it's me. I just wish all of me and her conversations wasn't going. Oh, Kylie, yeah, I know that sucks. I didn't touch her Facebook. Wasn't me either. That's the best friend to always have.
Oh, have they taken away her Facebook? Oh, that's a fake one. It's still there.
And the public eye does not mean we get public access. Lisa will do whatever we ask her to do. Really, and I don't say that like we're not going to ask her to do crazy stuff, but whatever we need from her, she's there for us, which is really incredible. How would Jessie Lee feel about the way things are transitioning? Is that what you meant to say? Since her death? I don't know what the donations are for either, to be totally honest. I for sure know what she wanted for a celebration of life. Yes, I did. I did know. It wasn't in writing, no. You know what? To be totally honest, she'd probably say to be expected. She'd probably say to be expected.
Do you think she would have also talked about her end of life celebration with her family that week? I imagine she would have. And if you, oh God, there's like one dog that just keeps barking. If you weren't doing something, which we don't know, wrong, you'd be part of that life celebration planning. But something has happened where you're not welcome. So yeah, doesn't matter what you knew or know. And I didn't see the comment, but I'm going to say to be expected. How her family is acting? Yeah, maybe. It's difficult, but again, I think that the reality would have been they would have been seeing who everybody was at the hospital, and the network marketers were just full of toxic positivity and nonsense like that. So
They're my family too, by the way. Like, I think that it's very clear if I'm not saying things. But not a negative thing, right?
she's going to be Jessie Lee again. It seems very deliberate to me. Remember how I'm like a body language expert now after watching the behavior panel for quite a few episodes? I'm joking, but I do feel like she's trying to put on a Jessie Lee performance right now because she wants to be. I was the one. I'm the best friend Olympic winner. I was the one.
Okay, yeah, all right. I stayed on too long for this. I stayed on too long. Too long. Sharon, thank you for that. Thank you for your empathy. Yeah, she talked about that a lot, that it was all written out, that she was finalizing everything. She did say that. You drink a Mexican ketone and now your teeth hurt. How does that work? Was it super ice cold? Yep. She had a plan. She did have a plan. I have requested. Yep, sure have. It's not working. Everybody can email in and request, sure. Chelsea. Oh, I'm not trying.
I sure do hope she's not encouraging people to email the family about Courtney going to the. I'm sure they have their reasons. Like it hurts. I hurt for her not being able to go. It does feel a little bit sad that she can't go because she has been her best friend for quite a while and has been there, ride or die. They must have their reasons. Like they have to have a good reason, you know?
Oh, here we go. I see this now, Jamie. Is there a difference between Keto Kick and Keto OS Nap? Yes. Big differences. Keto OS Nap. I don't even know if you're still here, love. I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't gone too. This is the formula that is our main formula. This, you pour in about 16 ounces of water, throw some ice in it because it just tastes better with ice. Always, everything tastes better. Cool. And shake it up, drink it within 30 to 60 minutes. 100% of the time, you are in ketosis, which will give you better mood, sleep, focus, energy, fat loss, digestion, muscle preservation, and more. The Keto Kicks are the little bottles that they come in caffeinated and they come in caffeine free. I don't think I have a caffeine free up here right now. They're all downstairs. I drink those faster than I drink these. So a lot of people ask me, like, are you stop drinking caffeine? I don't ever see you drink caffeine-free packs. Well, that is because I will drink Keto Up and I will drink these. So there's 2 different flavors for the caffeinated. There's 2 different flavors for the caffeine-free. It's berry and cherry. And so these are the main drinks. In my opinion, if I do not have this and I drink this first, this doesn't work as well. This works better after I've had one of these. So a little bit after, I could drink it right after, the same time. I can drink it an hour later or 2 hours later, whatever, anytime in my day. I feel like this works better when I start my day with this. So this is a nootropic. This is not, I actually don't remember if it's a full serving of ketones or not, but it's a different formula. So
would you be able to check on the box if it's a full serving of ketones? And what do you mean by, like, what is that? Also, what a coincidence that you need one for the other to be effective. That's better for the sales, I suppose. But I'm glad we're back on sales, to be honest.
it's just a different formula, and it's a nootropic. So every single one of these will kind of operate in your body differently for different people. This is really more of the brain function. It's more of a neuro boost, so it's going to hit your brain. More importantly, it is a nootropic. You guys can look that up and get more details on what that means if you don't already. And like I said, this one has details in it. So I think that's it. Yeah, it's really frustrating. We have 30 days to get it back, so we've got like 2 more weeks. Or it's gone forever. Are you always able to buy kicks, chills, and ups from me in trials? I don't know where this accent's coming from, darling, but here we are nonetheless.
I know where it's coming from. You're trying to be like Jessie Lee. There you go. And she has done this accent before. Especially the darling.
Yeah, of course. Whatever you guys want to do, you are more than welcome to. Hina, a lot has happened. I don't really know what you're talking about. Again, I really would just love to be fully transparent with you and tell you exactly why, because I know why. Because my memory, and I've got an incredible brain, and I know why. But see, then it would just be drama. So.
Hang on, I missed that.
Again, I really would just love to be fully transparent with you and tell you exactly why, because I know why.
Okay, so somebody said so you can see the comments because they come up as like comments. Somebody said, wait a second, the word Jessie Lee and funeral does not belong together. You do not belong there. She wouldn't want a damn funeral. A celebration of life is what she would love. You did that. What? I miss being able to go scroll and see everything on her page. Can't you scroll on there? I thought I went on there. I thought you could. Someone asked her about the babies and homeschooling. Haven't heard her talk about that yet. Oh, shit. What did she have? A will. My goodness. Wow, you have over 500 people who can attest she would want you there. You have the same gift. No, she doesn't. And where did all the videos go? And you were at every appointment, like so much disrespect. Is this so crazy? Like I said, I think there must be something huge about it. You know what I mean? I don't get why you were not invited to a funeral. Who's running this? Honestly, you were like a sister and a true friend. Makes no sense, friends and family, when you were both. Who does this? I'm so sorry. Yeah, she is a trooper to go through all this. But you know what? Makes no sense. And girl, you're a trooper to go through all this. Oh my gosh, I can't lie. I was tempted to go on Reddit, and all I can say is don't. I had to stop. It is so toxic. Okay, I'm gonna go for a hard agree on that one. I hate Reddit at the moment. Everybody can go fuck themselves on Reddit. JL's wonderful videos on Facebook. Because they don't want anyone to profit. So in my opinion, that's just my opinion, that they've pulled everything from Jessie Lee's account that can be monetized, and that is a poor use of her influence, because they can actually distance themselves from it and can see that some of the things that she was talking about doing and, putting out there was not good. and they don't want to have that be used to do bad in the future. And also, they don't want anyone to benefit from it. And like, Courtney using her name to profit now and all that sort of stuff. And Eric Worre saying he was going to archive all of her speeches and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, is her father suddenly showing up? I'm so sorry, Courtney. No, her father isn't suddenly showing up. He was there before. The only reason why he didn't have a continuous relationship with her was because he had said you should get chemo, and Jessie Lee was like, fuck off. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Sarah, good work. I hope Kumba and Wookie are okay. I miss seeing them. Oh, another How are the dogs? Have they heard of the Wayback Machine? Because I'm pretty sure that when Columbia was happening, I went and archived her account. Like I put the account on the Wayback Machine because it wasn't there before. There were bits and pieces, but it wasn't like there properly. All right, let's go back to Courtney.
Because my memory, and I've got an incredible brain, and I know why. But see, then it would just be drama. So I'm not doing that.
Doing that is drama. You're trying to stir up drama.
Yeah, AZ, whatever you want to do. The shipping for Australia is a little crazy. It's a little crazy, darling. But yes. Keto kicks or keto ups. So if I do, I think it actually is a little bit more because if I'm doing keto kicks along with everything, then I have to buy a special box. So what you can do is you can just order what you want, and then I can figure out what the cost is, and then I can just let you know what the shipping is on it. And you can send that separate. I'm okay with that too.
That sounds sus. Dudes.
You know, I feel the same way. Why would you want it gone? Why would you want it gone? Doesn't make sense.
That's the Facebook, the videos, isn't it?
I think so, Ashley. I think spam it and make it come back. There's legacy. There's legacy. There are endless amounts of Facebook videos where she just shared everything with us. It should be there. It should all be there. I want my messages on Instagram back too. To be totally honest, I want my memories to pop back up. I want every time there's a memory, I want it to say her name, and I want to see it in every post that she made. I want it to be there when it comes back around. I want all of that. I want every single memory. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. I want all of it. Send the emails every single day. Spam them up. Spam-a-lama. Spam-a-lama.
What do you mean? Like who? To whoever took the videos down? That has to be the family, right? Leave them alone.
It's not me. I can't do anything.
Oh, we know.
There was another question in here. Of course. Jackie, I will never stop. Being able to not grab them is crazy. Yeah, I just whatever you want, babe. You can just message me and I'll. What was my absolute favorite memory? Oh, give us a hint for what's coming at Epic. I just have my own hints, Brandy. Like I just have my own thoughts on that. I don't really have anything else to give you. Because I can say what our CEO has said, but I think if you guys want to watch that live video and see what he had to say about it, then it's in our Facebook group and I can add you in there. But not for anyone that's on another team or, if you're not actually interested in our company or whatever. It doesn't make sense. You were using her page as inspiration. Oh, a cavity. Oh, man. That's a bummer. Me too. Faith, I think we should. Okay. My absolute favorite memory of me and Jessie Lee. I have a lot. But the first one that I thought about was definitely in Europe. I loved just riding around on scooters with her and laughing our asses off so hard and just having the time of our life and dancing. And it was such a beautiful night. We cried and I still that entire trip. Truly. I really loved going to Hawaii with her last year. We had so much fun. was in November. It was a family trip. First time all three of our kids got to go. We went to Hawaii, and it was the most beautiful experience. And we got to go on Maui and do some like cultural making this. Why can't I remember the name of it? It's like this starchy thing that you make. I wish I could remember. I feel so. I'm
Ketones give you better focus, better memory.
right now by not remembering this process. And we did a bunch of different processes and to make food, just honoring the land. Such a beautiful experience, and hiking and all that stuff. And my favorite memory that was also popping up was her being there for the birth of each of my boys. She would have been there from Helen, but we weren't close then. Thank you, Lindsay. And I still feel her with me. Like, I feel her strength. I feel like she's always working on things with me. I feel
she's still working. In death, let that woman frickin' rest. My God. Let her go. Let her fucking rest.
her energy all the time. And I know when she's right here, and I know when she's not right here. You know, like I know that. And I also know, for those of you that love her and appreciate her, you cannot keep her here. You can't ask her to stay. You can't do that to her. Like, her spirit needs to be able to move on. Oh, there was something else that somebody said, like, that you felt her soul. And I was reading in the Bible, and I was like learning some things. I had a friend of mine like walking me through and talking to me about it last night. And it's like the spirit and the soul are two separate things. And anyway, I found that really, really interesting. There's just a lot to learn inside the Bible, even if you are, you don't have to go to church to learn all of that. So, but being there for the birth of my sons was also really, really special. And I have the birthing video from our last baby, Kaden. Jessie Lee cut the cord. She wanted to cut the cord. Joshua didn't want to cut the cord, and Jessie Lee absolutely wanted to cut the cord. Joshua was like, I don't know, I don't really think I need to. It might feel really weird.
That's weird. She had to rush in to say that Joshua didn't want to do it, right? I'm sorry, that's a really... Wow. And also, they obviously were so close, so again, that makes me think, what the fuck? She must have done something really shitty for the family to not be allowing her to go to the funeral. This is her MLM upline. I mean, like, red flag after red flag here. You see how, like, I've been trying to think about, I mean, obviously I'm reacting to this, and I'm like, how is this about the MLM? Like, I'm an anti-MLM creator. I'm not a Courtney, Jessie Lee Ward commentary channel. What is this about with regard to the MLM, right? And it's that influence, like how ingrained they were in each other's lives in the way that she cut her baby's umbilical cord over the father's, who was there and is involved in being an active parent. That the upline did that. That's bizarre. And and it's like, well, because they had a real friendship. Well, it was never tested because we know somebody who was in Jessie Lee's inner circle, was close friends with them, used to have her stay over, etc., etc., and that's Erin. When Erin left the MLM, boom, excommunicated, never to be spoken of again, not counted in the numbers of people who came from slumber parties and Modere, like completely as if that person didn't exist. So it was never tested like that. But we know that that's what Jessie Lee does. She ices people out. She'll ice you out when you're still in her downline. The big downline that moved from... did they go to body? There was a big downline that moved from underneath Jessie Lee just before she passed away. No, maybe a couple months before. Or did they go to Q? No, I think they went to Q Sciences, actually. Yeah, so... but that person had been iced out. They were kicked out of chats and kicked out of here and kicked out of there. So your friendship was never tested, all right? And that is how friendships are in MLMs. be in a situation where you have to, like, it's like Colombia where we think, well, I think that she kept pushing the envelope because that's what cult leaders do. How long until they say, I'm not doing it? And that's testing their loyalty to them as a leader. And guess what? They just did it. They didn't say anything. So she held ultimate control over them. And that's what can happen in an MLM.
He's like, I want to cut the cord. Joshua was like, go for it. So she cut the cord. I just find it funny because normally that's like something that the dad would be so excited to do. And Joshua was like, no, I think I'm good. I think I am complete on that one. I got to catch my second son, and Katie, no, I'm not. I was asked not to go. So I really loved that memory. So much. She also picked up the kids from school that day. So I told Joshua, I was like, you have to call her now. Well, she had a call. She was booked for a call where she did a training for the network marketing profession, and she literally on that call was like, you guys cannot say anything. I have to go. Like, I have to go right now. A baby's being born. We're not announcing it to the world for days, so you cannot say anything, but I have to go.
She was doing a training for the network marketing profession. What? That's so vague. A baby, I've got to go. A baby's being born. Is it Jesus? Because it just sounds so weird the way she's saying it.
And we didn't announce to the world for days. And Joshua had called her and had to call her again. And she immediately knew, and she was like, I have to take this call. And muted herself, and he was like, hey, like, can you go get the kids? Because it's time. Like, we need to pick up the kids early from school. So Jessie Lee had to go to 2 different schools and pick them up. Did not have, like, we were like really close to our house, but we did not have, both schools were really close to the house, but she did not have car seats.
Guess what? That doesn't matter because you don't really care about seatbelts because she's done it before on film. I'm saying that from experience. So, yeah, I can understand. That's okay. Jessie Lee was doing you a favor, but you not caring, that is a problem.
And
I'm going to skip through this because it's not appropriate, but she's telling her birth story and crying and how Jessie Lee was there. And I think that's great that they had that bond, and I'm very sad that she's lost that person. However, again, I just want to, like, this is your upline. Like, it's heartbreaking and weird at the same time. Yeah.
I had somebody say, like, you know, it gets really hard. They're unable to even show up. They don't want to post about it. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to say anything. They just want to go introverted. And I don't know how I'm able to do this. I just know that she gave me so much strength. I don't even know why I do it sometimes. Like, I don't know why I do it. Like, I don't do it for me. Although sometimes talking to you guys does help, but like, I don't do it for me.
Go to therapy. That's what you need. People on your Facebook Live are not therapists. They can help by getting it off your chest, but they're just a support. Like, you need professional help. This is very hard to watch and listen to.
And it's even weird to say that because I know that by giving, I do receive more. So it's like, at the same time, I can say that. I can say that I don't do it for me, but I only started posting online and kept posting and keep showing up because I know that there's at least one person that needs to hear what I have to say. There's at least one person that will get something from it. There's at least one.
No, wrong. You think that because they're going to say, because people are nice and they're going to say things like, oh, I really needed to hear that today or whatever. And maybe they did, but they don't need it, you know? No one needs any network marketer, what they have to say. No one does. So, yeah.
Able to, and that is selfish. It is selfish to post online. That's why I always say, like, we're walking contradictions. Don't mess up your hair, Krisha. Thank you. Because you are strong and you are helping others through their grief as well. Your vulnerability is inspiring and your heart is so, so big. Thank you. It's incredible. I have the chills. You are an incredible girl. Because you lived and loved and were so kindred. Crying is a sign that you were alive. Sarah says, you've been inspiring to watch. And I think we all get to have a little Jessie Lee through you. You were following her example. She shared the good and the bad. Yeah. You didn't always see all of it. You definitely didn't always see all of it. And that's I think my point. Thank you for asking. Oh, shoot. Thank you for asking that. Judas. I was trying to get rid of it. Thanks, Heather.
She should have logged off about 38.29 minutes ago.
And I don't say selfish as like a bad thing. Like I'm just I have to leave really early in the morning. I forgot.
Get off, Courtney. Get off. Go.
The amount of messages and people that say.
Go and hug your children and enjoy the life that Jessie Lee didn't get to live because she was busy working.
Like, that me showing up is inspiring them and helping them push forward to do more. Like, I'm sure that's probably part of the purpose in her eyes. I'm sure that's why I feel like she's pushing me to do this. And some people call me crazy for saying that. I don't really care.
I think it's not healthy to still be on the grind with your upline's pressure when your upline has passed away. That's what I think is odd and not okay. Like, take a break, girl. Take a break. A real break.
I empathize with that, you know, because, like, how sad to think. I think it's really sad if people can't believe in something after. Can't believe that our spirit lives on. Because I do. I do. Always according to pain. I've clung to those words so strongly. You know, like, you guys asking me all these questions, and guys, like, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you have questions for me. I really am. I'm grateful that you want to be here on my live. I'm grateful that, and it's like that you watch my stories. Like, I'm grateful for it. It's also really fucking weird. I would much rather just have time with her, you know.
We're the same at the moment, Courtney. What? This is going to be on my thumbnail. Oh, take a day off. You don't have to be here. You don't have to be here. Like, what the fuck? Damn. Who is telling you need to keep showing up on, like, no one? Just could take a day off. God damn.
You're just getting the whole roller coaster of grief over here. Thank you, Sarah. Alright, I love you guys. I'm gonna let you go. I know that there's I really just started this off just to tell you guys how excited I am about things coming and invite you along on the journey in whatever capacity it feels right for you. Whether you want to go to the event in St. Louis this weekend or you want to go to the event in Dallas.
So we are back at business. So that's what this live is about. So that I'm coming back around to feeling okay about covering this because we've got this emotional type catharsis happening with pitch. And I don't think that's fair. I think that it muddies the water for, like, have we got to buy from Courtney or get recruited by Courtney so she's not going to cry anymore? Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that she maybe not consciously saying, oh, I can't wait to use Jessie Lee's death to recruit people. I don't think that she's saying that at all. But to mix these things up together is messy. And yeah, I don't think it's helpful, and it's really, really bad for her mental health. Or it seems really bad for her mental health. She doesn't look well,
Or you want to watch the replay from our CEO and Megan George today, or if you want a sneak peek on how our team trains, or you just want to keep watching and commenting, that's cool too. And it turned into a whole lot more. I am so grateful also just for the entire network of people that I've gotten connected to because of who I am. And if you guys could take anything to carry on her legacy, because you should. It's very important that you do. Get the damn passport. Travel. Oh, Shalana, I didn't even think about you being so close to there. I wasn't going to be totally honest, because it's November 4th. It's right in between the two dates, and it's just a lot. I don't know what part you're saying. Whoever told me that was jealous of my relationship with her, but I think the saddest part is that a lot of people are still. And I think that's really fucking sad.
I get it. I think that there has been like the grief Olympics happening, like who was closest to her, but like I think it was who was closest to her after Courtney, Like I don't think anyone would ever think that anyone was closer. And is that a weird yeah, okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. And she's upset about it. I don't know if she thinks maybe she's feeling insecure about it, Because again, I know what I think their relationship was like. So maybe she could sense some of that and sense that she was a better friend to some other people. Hmm.
I think it's sad that people want to project jealousy, so learn from that. Don't do that. Just show up and be yourself, and don't worry about what anyone else has or doesn't have.
Agreed.
Or you don't have, or whatever, and just work towards that. And I forget what else was said I was going to respond to. I do have tickets for Epic, Brandy. Well, like I said, she doesn't want me to be somewhere that she's not being fully honored. And if someone is asking me to not be there, is she being fully honored? No. No, she's not. She's not.
I don't think it's okay to be talking about this on a public platform like this when her family are not public and you're just putting it out there knowing that they can't or won't respond. And so there's only one story that's being told, which is your story. They will absolutely honor her. And to suggest that they won't is a kick in the teeth. It's a giant middle finger to them. And like I've said, if you are not invited, let's think about why. That's important. Why are you not invited? They have to have an excellent reason not to invite you because of how close you were. So that's my question. Why?
Does someone who asks for her very best friend, who was her family, she named our chat. We have a chat, me and my husband and her. It's still pinned at the top of my messages. It's called Fam Bam because she called it that. We spent every holiday together because we were family. It doesn't downgrade the family that I have, and it doesn't downgrade the family that she has, but we got to choose each other. I don't want to be there. I've spent my entire life trying to please people and trying to make people happy that don't even like me. That don't like me. And I refuse to be that person anymore because she made sure that I did not do that. Over and over and over again. She made sure that I did not give in to that type of energy, that I did not allow myself to try to fit into someone else's box of what they thought I should be or who I should be or how I should show up. I refuse to be that person. I'm not going to do that. Ever. And my going to this or not going to this does not define in any way, shape, or form or capacity the actual relationship and connection that I have with Jessie Lee.
I absolutely agree. Attending a funeral does not, define the relationship. Absolutely.
I know that. And all is according to plan. Fam bam forever. And I'm at peace with that. I'm at peace.
I don't think you are. The tears and the, they're not going to honor her. You're not at peace. Girl.
My relationship with her doesn't take away from her relationship with anyone else. I think that was also another huge reason of why we ended up calling each other best friend. I really honored that. There was a lot of reasons, guys, like a lot of reasons why that's how we showed up for each other. And she likes to say that it wasn't until we got into this, how she says it wasn't until we got into our first fight that I knew that she was my best friend, that she wasn't going anywhere. And my blanket. Exactly. Because I told her she hit me with a Birkin bag on this video. It didn't really hurt though. Don't worry about it. And that discussion was all around people telling her that I, like months before, saying that I took advantage, like I think she's taking advantage of you. She acts like your house is hers. She you need to be careful around her. And for me, it's like this is the thing. It's like all my life I have found how if people want to twist what your intentions are, they will. They'll try to, 100%. But if you're honest and you continue to show up as the person that you are, that true your character, then your reputation will precede itself. Is that the right way to word that? I feel like it is, because I did those things because I took ownership of when she was like, "My house is your house." I treated her house as though it was my house, meaning that I picked up after myself. I took care of the taking the trash out if need be, or if I was leaving and I didn't finish something, that I would maybe ask someone else, hey, like before you do this or whatever, because I lived here and I didn't stay the night, and I was like, okay, well, hey, before this, could you make sure that this gets done? Or hey, I did most of the dishes, but now the dishwasher is clean. Could you empty I would do those things because I took ownership of it, because I had respect for her and her space. And one of your favorite things that she ever said about me, I missed that. You have to message me, Shawana. I miss so much. Oh, it was on your birthday, and she said she was super emotional. And she's like, I just want to get out of here. We couldn't figure it out, make a decision, so it turned into a trip to Hawaii, which turned into other leaders going on with the trip, which made it, instead of it being a family trip, turned into a team trip, and that kind of got turned into my fault, which I take ownership of that. It wasn't intentional at all, and there's a huge misunderstanding, and that was like, we got in a discussion about it on that trip. She's like, do you want, I was like, we're gonna go, like, I'm clearly not wanting you. We're gonna go on a walk. We were staying at a different house. That was a whole other situation. And I read energy. And she's like, do you want to talk about it? She had a team Zoom that day, or a company Zoom that she was training on. I didn't even know, because I wasn't at the house until I got there, and then I'm finding all the stuff out, and I felt the energy. I was like, I want to stay in the house all day. Like, I want to go. She's like, you want to talk about it? I was like, yeah, I want to talk about it. And we talked, and I said, look, like, I don't know what you think my intentions are, but I'm not going to leave you. I will not take my kids from you, and I love you. Like, I am not this person that I feel like people are making me out to be right now, and it's frustrating. And who knows whatever the hell else I said. There was a lot more other things, but that was the main thing that Joshua always tells me that I said to her, was that I'm not leaving you, and I'm not taking my kids from you like everybody else did.
What? Again, this is weird behavior from an upline and a downline. And to have that, like, what do you mean? Who's taking kids away? And you have taken kids away from people. because they didn't support your network marketing and your relationship with Jessie Lee.
And that was in March of 2021. I think. Yeah. March. And everything shifted with our relationship from that point forward. She was like, wow, the way she says it. Well, we could find it on live videos, but those don't exist right now. They're hidden in the Facebook world. And hopefully something can happen with that, but who knows. She said, that was when I knew. That's when I knew that she was my best friend. That we have, I forget how she even said it now. I don't remember. I had it in my brain and then I lost it. And so Shalana says, my favorite thing that I remember her saying about you, I just lost it, was on your birthday. And she said she was super emotional seeing people post about you for your birthday because people finally see you how she's always seen you. I can't even get through it. It started in May. My birthday's in June, and in May it started when we went to Europe a couple weeks before that. She said the same thing to Joshua. She's like, I told you they're just different here. And then she said, see, they see what we've always seen. She was so grateful and happy that people saw me for who I really am. Without judgment. And so when I tell you I'm really, really grateful for all the love and the support and the inbox, it's like I made, like, part of that is because you guys saw how close we were, and so you are feeling connected to me as well. Like, I get that. And so that's why it's really weird for me. But on the other side of it, it's like, I know she's really happy that you guys are loving on me. I really gotta go. I keep extending this. You guys are just getting all of it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would be weird if I deleted it off Instagram because it stopped on Facebook for a bit.
The people on the live should be telling her to get off as well. Like, why are you just like watching this grief? I know why I am, and it's terrible. Okay. But again, the purpose is to show you, like, this is a person who's in grief. They are deep in probably guilt. I don't think shame. She thinks everything she's ever done is fine. But yeah, deep in grief and still having to show up to sell her network marketing. She started this out with, I'm excited about the event I'm going to. And now she's sobbing. Okay. Like, what are the motives behind that? If it was just about like, okay, this has touched me emotionally, I think I'm going to go because I want to have that grief in private because it is a relationship between myself and Jessie Lee. But she doesn't do that. She continues on. And the main thing that she keeps saying is that people see me for who I really am and, think that I'm great because I'm great. And Jessie Lee said I'm great and people now see me as being great. And it feels a little bit self-indulgent from that sense of the word. It's good to feel positive about yourself, but it's still a little bit weird the way she's framing it, It's messy. It's complicated.
The amount of relationships that I've been able to create. Back to the last thing I was trying to say before I get off, and I literally cannot read any more of your messages, although I really wish that I could see because all the comments on Instagram will go away. And that sucks. Why would we not love you? Oh, you're so sweet. I just mean, like, I know that it's not, I know that it's because of who I am, but I also know that you found me through her. You have to get yourself comfortable. If you want to carry on her legacy, like I know each and every single one of you do, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to stretch yourself. Go back and listen to her podcast. She's already told you all of the things to do. She's already set us all up for success. One of the biggest things that made me who I am today that evolved me into this person. That this is such a terrible angle on Instagram too.
It is.
No, we're just looking at my nose most of the time.
I agree. The angle has been terrible.
The actual relationships that I have now, and connections that I made. Like, I was invited to San Diego tonight for a memorial celebration dinner for her, and it just didn't make sense to pop in there for just that. Although I really wanted to, because I was like, I love these people. And it's because I got uncomfortable and I just kept going to events and I kept showing up and I just committed to being at every place that she was at. And
here we go. We're back to the MLM. So this is it. This is the soup. We've got emotion, emotion, emotion. And in a sense, that is like Jessie Lee because it's shocking. It's like, I shouldn't be watching this. The coffee enema. I shouldn't be watching this. Why am I watching this? You know, it's the same brand, but different content. Thank God. Please don't do an enema coffee. Don't do enemas. Courtney, please. Okay, that's it. That's my one request. No enemas.
you guys are sitting scared and you're not taking chances and you're not getting uncomfortable and you're just staying the same person. And what if you're gone tomorrow? What if you're gone tomorrow? It's real. It's reality. What if tomorrow you're delivered the most devastating news ever? And you have to ask yourself how you're going to show up the rest of the time. Like, I don't want that for any of you, but what if? What if that happens? She would never want any of you to live with regret, and the way that she viewed every single one of us was far greater than we ever allowed ourselves to look at ourselves. Yeah, sure, Summer. I did that. Brady, I did that. I did that for 2 years. I said, yeah, sure, I'm going to do a 90-day run. Yeah, sure, I'm going to go to every single event that she speaks on. Yeah, sure, I'm going to go do a tour for 12 weeks in a row where I got to meet Shalana in Miami at the end of it, and I got to meet people, like make my friends in San Diego, because at the end of that 12 weeks, I ended up, yeah, sureing my way to her San Diego traffic and conversion event. I said, yeah, sure, I want to go to Hawaii in November, even though it didn't necessarily make sense. Yeah, sure, I would love to be able to go to Germany last minute in May. Yeah, sure, I want to buy a ticket and go for you to surprise me for my birthday, on my birthday, and kick off this tour in New York City last year. Yeah, sure. I yeah, sure my whole way for the last 2 years. It's why I am who I am. Y'all need to do a yeah, sure.
I think you need to go, yeah, but, a yeah, but. Can we have a yeah, but? Because I'm a why not person rather than a why person. Like, why not? Let's do it. You know, but I think a yeah, but instead of a yeah, sure. Because that's the expectations of the leader. Again, I thought she was going to talk about Colombia. Yeah, sure, I'll go to Colombia and almost die. Do you know what? I have such light eyebrows. I'm just looking at them and it looks like I don't have any. And I swear I have them. I look like, you know how he's a 10, but he's got little dots for his eyebrows? That's me right now. Damn. Okay. Let's, yeah, sure. Let's get back to this and stop looking at my eyebrows.
Don't Miami multiple times. I ended up in Miami on a yacht. I ended up in a private jet on the way back from the Bahamas in February.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, sure, to go to our company.
the private jet. It's like not some random fucking private jet. We know it's the private jet.
Although I earned that trip, and I earned a lot of money on that trip too. So, I mean, that trip was paid for. This one I didn't earn as much. Less opportunities during the summer season than there are during the holiday season to earn a better trip. Like the tokens, we'll max out these tokens.
Still talking business.
Courtney meeting my family across the U.S. It's so true. And you met everybody too, traveling across the U.S. left and right. I went everywhere. I said yes, 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 yes. That's my point. Y'all are so comfortable sitting in your box inside of your house in front of your TV. Like, get off the TV. Get outside and walk. Buy the damn passport. Go places. Do things. Talk to people. Like, the internet is nothing. It's great. It's artificial intelligence, and it's keeping these keyboard warriors like, like, I don't even care about any of that stuff. Like, go meet people. Connect. Go connect. Go share your heart with people.
Just because people are critical of you does not mean that they are not. They're all sitting watching TV, or if they don't agree with you, they are like, I don't know, not engaging in connecting with people. They just don't like the message you're sending because you want us to buy ketones. Yeah. And she said, I earned so much money to get that trip. But, you know, she earned her way to the trip. It was fully paid for, except it was also counted as income and she will have to pay tax on that because that's how MLMs work, right?
When she said after she lived with you those 2 months, she saw you level up, what does she mean? Well, that's really interesting because I can't say because I'm thinking back to that moment and I don't necessarily remember a conversation directly about that, but I can say like indirectly. That was in, I guess that was in 2020. Yeah, had to have been because it was before she got those apartments and she bought 2 of them. Because it was after the house that had black mold, and I don't know, I just really, I think I just, living with her, I saw even more of how she operated, and I just probably realized how very little I was doing and how much I was just allowing my circumstances to affect how I was showing up. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, Stevie. I mean, you can definitely interpret what I'm saying however you want to interpret it, but there are still ways for you to create in-person connections too. It's not an attack on you by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, the house had black mold. The Empire State Building did. Terrible. How did I stop letting my circumstances get to me? Like moving here was
It's
really
easy.
big.
Easy. Ignore them. Ignore them. Wilbur just vomited as well. That's why I was looking around the corner. Hopefully he's okay.
And we still had connections to my in-laws, and even stuff like this, guys. Like this is the same thing. By talking about her, it's oh my gosh, the haters on the internet, and she'll have things to post on Reddit. Like she'll have things to say, because she still watches everything that we do, and they just get.
No, she doesn't because it hurts her too much to watch you speak. But I'm going to cut. So, sorry, Courtney is talking about her mother-in-law, and I'm going to cut it out because it's not relevant. I know that there is more art at play. If you want to see what she says, you need to go to her Facebook. But I think it's not fair to be talking about this relationship without Joshua there, and just from your point of view. And that's why she is out there trying to sort of say, this is my side of the story, because Courtney telling it like this to her people gives it power. And so I can understand why she wants to have that out there for herself. But I'm going to cut it out of here because I don't think it's productive. It's not to do with the MLM, except that the fights started as a part of pulling away to be closer to Jessie Lee. And that's what she was worried about originally.
So back to your question of how did you stop letting your circumstances hold you back? I had to look at my life and see where I wanted to go. And I refused to be a victim, and I refused to be a product of an environment that I was not controlling. And so I was like, I just kept focusing on building strength and focusing on doing the actions that, I mean, like, I had no excuse. I had no fucking excuse. And I kept telling myself that, like, you have no excuse. Why are you not doing this? And it was hard, and I committed to the 90-day run.
That sounds like if she's got an excuse, she's got no excuses, neither do you. So she's not going to accept your excuses if you don't put in your best in multi-level marketing in the team. I've got no excuses. Where are your you? Oh, that's not a good excuse.
However many months later, I didn't do it until 2022. I kept trying, and I kept like getting a little momentum rolling, and every time I would grow a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, and I've constantly, because of being an empath and feeling all the judgment and all the attacks because of my relationship with Jessie Lee, it's a constant battle, you guys, because I was never judging anyone else, but I was constantly being pushed out of circles. I was constantly being attacked energetically. Like, I can't even describe it to you. It has been my entire life.
What? Who was attacking you? Because you're best friends with Jessie Lee? I mean, I know that she thinks we are, but it doesn't sound like she's talking about us. It sounds like she's talking about other network marketers, being jealous. I've never heard anyone sort of say anything bad about her other than, like just what she seems like through Jessie Lee's eyes, which is that she's a bit ditzy, which I don't think is necessarily true. I think Jessie Lee's just mean to her because she was insecure herself. So you got to have, if you're smarter, but if the next person down is Courtney, like you look smart by comparison. Now that's not a fair comparison. Absolutely not. But that's what I think Jessie Lee was sort of thinking,
Like I always felt like I could just fit in any circle, but I never really felt like I had my own circle. And then whenever I became of drinking age, it was like I thought I had friends, and I not very quickly, realized that people only spent time with me because I showed up. I had friends. And then I became best friends with this person who didn't even respect my boundary to not smoke cigarettes around me while I was pregnant. Like that's my whole life. Like my whole life was like that. And so
that's bullshit. That friend is an asshole. Fuck that friend. I'm sorry that happened.
Then I find Jessie Lee, and then because of my relationship, and Jessie Lee was so unique. I said I was going to go, damn it, you guys. Jessie Lee had this unique ability. This is what I was going to say earlier. She had this unique ability to create magical relationships with everybody individually. And so what I continued to do over and over and over again is that when I would see that, and I'd be like, wow, it's really special that she just did that for so-and-so. And I remember at times I would be like, I wish she would do that for me because I'm just being honest. Or I wish that would happen for me. And then I'd be like, you know what? That has nothing to do with me. Or that has nothing to do with them and their relationship and everything to do with me and my expectations. And so I would immediately turn it back around. And instead of feeling jealousy, I would say, Courtney, why are you feeling that way? And I would shut it down. And I would remind myself that she is such a special human being, such a unique, giving, huge heart, that she has enough space to have these magical relationships with all of us. And so I would just focus on my relationship with her. I would just focus on how I wanted to be treated by her and how I treated her. And this is going to seem weird and people are going to twist this, but I'm just going to say it. I would constantly just look at, how can I serve Jessie Lee? I don't want to take from her. Everybody takes from her. How can I just serve her? How can I be a good friend to her? How can I love her? How can I pay attention to what she wants? Instead of looking at how can I take from her?
Yeah, I am going to take that to mean something. Yeah, it's meant to be a two-way street relationships. Like, it's not meant to be a servant-master relationship. A best friendship. I can understand why you did that, but you shouldn't have. It should have been 50-50, Well, can you see the camera occasionally going to focus on Minnie? Minnie, 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 Minnie. Hi, hello. Oop, I dropped my lid to my pen. I'll show you what I've been working on in a second. Of course. Who's at my feet? Mabel, because you can't say hello to anybody else. Yeah, always just have to say hello to Mabel. Look, where'd you go? Yeah, I'm like, oh, she's gone. Minnie, Minnie, Minnie. Hey, babe. Oh, she's a cutie. Look at her. She looks like she's sitting at a bar. She's like, I'll have a Bacardi and Coke, thanks.
So if you really want, because that's how I want to be treated. And so I told you guys in the beginning, you want to find a relationship and a friendship like this, you have to ask yourself, how do you want to be treated? Because I want someone who's just going to look at, how can I serve Courtney? Like, how can I love on Courtney? Because I'm going to do the same exact thing. How can I just give to this person? How can I love on this person? How can I not take? Because everyone is always taking. They're always taking. My kids are taking. My husband's taking. My husband's also giving a lot. My kids will give a lot too, but so often people just take.
Okay, she kind of had me at the beginning there where she was like, everybody's taking, but when you throw your husband and your kids, your children under 9, under the bus for taking, because they're children, that's all they know. They don't know anything else. God damn, this is messed up.
Thinking. And when I started focusing on that, and the more that I focused on that, the stronger our relationship got. And the more that we both began to see how much we meant to each other, the more strength that we both felt inside of our own relationship, the more trust that we felt with each other. You have the same gift, you may not know it, but you make others want to know you, to learn from you. You are a fierce warrior. You are the fierce warrior. I love you, Alicia. Thank you. And I have this voice message from Jessie Lee that's like 3 minutes long. Or there's like 2 of them. I still remember she was walking through that. And she just told me what a magical person I am. And all of my special gifts that I have. And exactly how she saw me. And she started doing that before she was ever diagnosed. She did that over like a month or 2. The end of the year, the beginning of the year. And only so many people got those voice messages.
And you're one of them.
In Colombia with us. She said it to our room, the room of us. She said, not every single one of you got one of those yet. But I did start sending them.
You're the winner.
So it's interesting that you said that, because that was one of the things that she told me. She said that I have this way to not only see people and really see people and the magic that they have inside of them, but tell them in a way that they're able to see it in themselves. I couldn't remember what my voice message was until you said that. I haven't been able to find it yet. She taught me that my love can be as big as I want it to be, and that gave me permission to do so much. I love that. I love you, Shalana. I'll talk to you later. I've got to leave in the morning on a flight. I'm flying in early. I feel like I'm forgetting a lot. I've been on here way too long with y'all, but I'm grateful. I think I've been on here for 2 hours. Jeez Louise. It's like therapy in here.
Shouldn't be.
Y'all are amazing. Truly. Stephanie, I should have seen if you wanted a road trip. We could have just drove. I think you're a few hours south of me, so that would have been a really long drive. But I would have split with you. All right, I love y'all.
Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. Okay. So she's going away again. She went to Cancun, and her children are trying to process the loss of their godmother. So I think that's not the best. And she just said it. I've been on here 2 hours. It's like therapy. Yeah, but it shouldn't be, because they're just random people on the internet who either know you, are like me, and they're taping it for somebody to react to or to talk about it on Reddit, and or they are part of your company. And I'm going to guess that there's like just about none of them who are qualified as grief counsellors, which is your friend Loka, probably not qualified as a grief counsellor. All right, this is not quite finished, all right? Can you see it? I'm trying to hold it straight, Jesus. I don't know if I'll keep the ghosties like that. And there's like a little dot of black next to the Y. So it's not quite finished, it's almost finished. I don't know where it's going to go, because there's a bit too bright colours for the goth bedroom, unless I go and I do the background like in this purple, and then it'll suit the goth bedroom. Yes. I stole that design from somewhere. I can't remember where. Oh, from Pinterest, but I don't know whose it is. Yeah, okay. She needs to. I'm sorry if I've skipped stuff in this, and I will, because I think that. So I got a comment on my last video about her just saying, like, I don't think you should comment on this because it's her personal life, and so I'm going to be more mindful with what I cut. Just know that the original is available on her Facebook, and if it's not, I will make it available. Like if she deletes it, because it is pretty full on, I can put it on a Google Drive if people really want to make sure that I'm not taking things out of context or whatever. So yeah, so the stuff that I've cut out, especially around, so I cut out Lincoln's birth story and about her mother-in-law, her in-laws, and having a relationship with them, because yeah, I don't think it's appropriate to comment on, except to say that the influence of Jessie Lee on those decisions is significant. Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm going to go. I've been filming for over 2 hours, and I'm going to cut some, so it's not going to be as long as normal, but that's okay. Yeah, keep an eye. I think, the people who are telling, who are just like, oh, you're such an inspiration, you're such this, da, 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 da. Tell her, please, if you have any influence over her at all, please tell her to take a break. Don't give people this moment that you should have to yourself to grieve. Yeah? All right. That's it. That's the end. Here's Minnie. Minnie, Minnie, Minnie. Come here. Come here. Minnie wouldn't come, but Mabel would. But Mabel just hit her head trying to jump. Come here. She's my big girl. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her in her orange. The orange and the brown look so good together. Look at her. Look at her. She's really cute. Oh my gosh, she is so heavy. You need diet, honey bunny. She may need to lose a few pounds. She's a bit heavy. All right. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you on Sunday for roasting. We've been a bit quiet this week. We've been resting and just trying to take care of ourselves. So we'll see you on Sunday. And yeah, that's it. Please like and subscribe. And true crime coming. I don't know what happened to my goodbye, but it's gone, and I'm in the middle of dyeing my hair. But editing Tish here to say, true crime coming soon, and goodbye. Okay, bye.